everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video is probably going to be the last one on the foils, unless you guys just want to see more projects. But I wanted to use a silver foil. I'm going to use some sticky powder and two-way glue sticks, and I want to say this is a liquid adhesive from uh, Deco Foil. So what I'm going to do is lay these out because they have to dry first before you can use the foil on it. And all I'm doing is taking the two-way glue, either pens or um, some of these have like a wider edge, and I'm just drawing a straight line just so that you can see how it works. Because with the two-way glue pens, you want the ones where when they dry, they're tacky. They're not uh, that they don't dry clear and they're not sticky anymore. You want them to have a tap to them in order for the foil to stick to it. So the Zig uh, two-way glue pen, what I like about it is you can actually write with it like a pen, and it'll show up better when I use the foil on it. And all I'm doing right there is every time I put one down, I'm writing which one I used. So like the very first one was from Stampin' Up. The next one I used was the Nuvo glue pen. And then we have the Zig two-way glue pen. And then the last one is the Deco Foil liquid adhesive. And we're going to put that to the side to let that dry. Now on this stamp, or this particular piece of paper, what we're going to do is we're going to treat it with the embossing powder so that way nothing sticks where we don't want it. And I'm just going to use some Versamark and stamp this butterfly and a saying. And here's the thing that I've learned with this sticky powder, okay? If it's too thin of a line, like these butterflies, I think I always grab them and it never fully works properly because the lines on this are really tiny. They're thin lines. I think you need to use something that has just a little bit more thickness to it, so that way there's more area for the Versamark and then the sticky powder to stick to. Because I find when it's thin like this, it's easy to overheat it, and then it's going to lose all of its stickiness. So right here, I'm just taking one of the foil sheets and I'm fussing with it, trying to get them back into the container, only because I don't want to wind up messing up the other ones. And we're just going to trim a piece that would cover the entire uh, back that we just created. And always try and heat up your heat tool first and then apply it to the project itself. And like I said, you just want to be careful because if you overheat it, it will take away the stickiness of the powder and then it's not going to stick on it, which you'll see when I go to lay the foil down on it right now. So anywhere where, it remains sticky, I put it down and you'll see when I hold it up close where the foil has stuck to it. My only problem, like I said, was like down at the bottom of some of the um, butterflies. It didn't take because it was so thin. It dried. When I heated it up, it just dried. And you can see I tried to like heat it up again and use the foil, and it still didn't work. Now I was thinking, let me try the sentiment one more time because I was really thinking like this should work. I don't know why. It always gives me a little bit of trouble, but in theory, this should work. Do you know what I mean? You got your Versamark, you got the sticky powder. Once you hit it up and it's sticky, the foil should stick to it. I think on this one, I rubbed it so hard it took away some of the, like, you couldn't really see it said sending birthday wishes. It kind of blurred it. Lord, help me. This is what happens when you do voiceovers. So all I'm doing now, I'm going to go ahead and take two scraps and we're going to go along each of the uh, strips of two-way glue that we put down earlier. And I'm just going to take my time, kind of rub it. Now, on the liquid adhesive from Decofoil and even the glue pen with the dots, I did use my bone folder to try and, really get into some of those areas so that way, everything is covered. And hopefully you get good even, you know. Now, you can see on some of the spots, it looks like it may not have taken the foil. If that happens, I just laid the foil back down and use my, bone folder and varnish it some more so that way it connects and picks up that tape. So I'm just trying to lay, pieces here up against the foil to show you that you could just draw a line with your two-way glue pen on your card base, let it dry, and then put the foil down, and you'll have like a nice little border of foil for your cards, to give yourself a little bit of an accent. So it's just ways for you to get the foil without having to have a laminator because not all of us have them, and you don't necessarily want to go out and buy a laminator or a ink machine. Here are options that you can do using either the glue or the two-way double-sided adhesive, which was last week's video. So you can see up close there, I just wrote my name out, let it dry, and then I used the foil, and then it gave my little signature there a little bit of oomph. So you can even write on the back of your cards, designed by or created by, write your name in the signature, and then foil it. What a cool idea, right? I love it. So thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. At the end here, I'm going to have links to previous technique videos, and I will see you guys with our next one, and I hope you have a great day.